Hey guys, this is Hamza and I'll be talking to you guys about stem cell therapy. So I'm going to start off by stem cells, what stem cells are. So stem cells are basically body's raw materials. They are cells from which all other cells with specialized functions are generated. Obviously under the right conditions in the body or in the lab. Stem cells divide from more cells called daughter cells. So these daughter cells either become new stem cells, which is called self-renewal, or they become specialized cells, which is known as differentiation, which has a more specific function, such as blood cells, brain cells, heart cells, or bone cells. No other cell in the body has the natural ability to generate new cell types. So, next. So what it's all about? Why is there such an interest in stem cells? So the researchers and doctors claim that stem cell studies can help increase understanding of how a disease occurs, which is done by watching the stem cells mature into cells in the bones, heart muscles, nerves, and other organs and tissues. Researchers and doctors may better understand how diseases and conditions are developed. Another reason why doctors claim stem cell studies help is to generate healthy cells to replace disease cells, which is known as the regenerative medicine. So the stem cells can be guided into becoming specific cells that can be used to regenerate and repair diseased or damaged tissues in people. People who might benefit from this cell therapy, the stem cell therapies, include people with spinal cord injuries, type 1 diabetes, Parkinson's disease, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, Alzheimer's disease, heart disease, strokes, burns, cancer, and osteoarthritis. Now, where do these stem cells come from? Their origin. So, part one, which researchers have discovered, is the embryonic stem cells. Well, these stem cells come from embryos when they are 3 to 5 days old. At this stage, an embryo is called a blastocyte and has about 150 cells. These are pluripotent stem cells, which means that they can divide into more stem cells, or they can become any type of cell in the body. This versatility allows embryonic stem cells to be regenerated or repair diseased tissues and organs. Now, another source where stem cells come from are the adult stem cells. The adult stem cells are found in small numbers in most adult tissues, such as the bone marrow or the fat. Compared with embryonic stem cells, adult stem cells have a more limited ability to give rise to various cells of the body. Until recently, researchers thought that adult stem cells could only create similar types of cells. For instance, researchers thought that stem cells residing in the bone marrow could only give rise to blood cells. However, emerging evidence suggests that adult stem cells may be able to create various types of cells. For instance, the bone marrow stem cells may be able to create bone or heart muscle cells. This research has led to early stage clinical trials to test usefulness and safety in people. For example, the adult stem cells are currently being tested in people for neurological or heart diseases. Another source would be prenatal stem cells. Now, these stem cells are slightly controversial as they're taken from the amniotic fluid and the umbilical cord blood. So these stem cells have the ability to turn into specialized cells. The amniotic fluid is pretty much the fluid that fills the sac and surrounds and protects a developing fetus in the uterus. Research has identified stem cells in samples of amniotic fluid drawn from pregnant women to test for abnormalities. This procedure is called amniocentesis. Now, what is the stem cell therapy? The mechanisms of the stem cell therapy. So the stem cell therapy or the regenerative medicine therapy, also known as regenerative medicine, promotes the repair response of diseased, dysfunctional, or injured tissues using stem cells or their derivatives. It is the next chapter in organ transplantation and uses cells instead of donor organs, which are limited in supplies. Now, researchers grow stem cells in labs. These stem cells are manipulated to specialize into specific types of cells, such as heart muscle cells, blood cells, or nerve cells. The specialized cell can then be implanted into a person. For example, if the person has a heart disease, the cell could be injected into the heart muscle. The healthy transplanted heart muscle cells could then contribute to repairing the defective heart muscle. Now, have these stem cells already been used or to treat diseases? Yes, they have. Doctors have performed stem cell therapy, also known as a bone marrow transplant. So in this therapy, stem cells replace cell damaged by chemotherapy or disease, or serve as a way for the donor's immune system to fight some types of cancer and blood-related diseases, such as leukemia, lymphoma, neuroblastoma, or multiple myeloma. These transplants use adult stem cells or the umbilical cord blood. Researchers are testing adult stem cells to treat other conditions, including a number of degenerative diseases such as heart failures. Thank you for listening.